Welcome back, dear viewers. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. That's a general principle that we should all abide by. Now, small and mid-sized enterprises, SMEs, are businesses that maintain revenues, assets, or a number of employees below a certain threshold. Though small in size, small and mid-sized enterprises play an important role in the economy, a very important one. They outnumber large firms considerably, of course. They employ vast numbers of people and are generally entrepreneurial in nature and are a key and a backbone to the economy. We'll be talking about the role of SMEs here in Egypt, the support they get from the government and the private sector, and the importance of SMEs and its relationship to tourism and the online age we are in as we fight the COVID-19 pandemic, with our dear guests here, Mr. Medhat Nabil Yassin, SME Marketing and Business Development Consultant. Mr. Medhat, thank you for joining us.
The pleasure is all mine.
Thank you, sir. And let's start by how to be an entrepreneur and how the Egyptian state is encouraging the entrepreneurship.
Okay, being an entrepreneur is it's not that easy. It's like we're encouraging everybody to be an entrepreneur, but sometimes it's not in us. So we need to enhance the ability of being an entrepreneur if this is our target. So I had a kind of initiative I did a kind of a year ago, which is Startup Support Community, supporting startups free of charge in marketing and business development, in mentoring and coaching. And from a lot of the startups we have tried to support, lots of them lack the ability of being an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur requires that you know the lack of a need or a want in the market. You get to know through statistics or research what kind of lack or what kind of something is missing in the market, so you know that there is a need here, or there's a pain that you will change it to gain in a kind of a specific target audience. As a majority, as a vast majority, we do not do this. We try to imitate, okay, but in the past period, we try to imitate. If we find something really working out, successful, we try to do a similar job like them and try to just make add-ons or different values. But the right way to do business from an entrepreneurial part is that we see the lack, we see the market, we measure the market, we know who is our target, and we find a kind of disruptive idea to introduce something new in the market in a kind of a new way to create the market itself. And this is the new way of doing it, using the limited resources as an entrepreneur. Usually an entrepreneur is a person who found that there is a need for something and he used limited resources to impose something in the market. So the more the entrepreneur is successful, that means that he has studied the habits and practices of the market, and he has got his hands on some pain or some deficiency in a part, and he knows how to cater to this part.
Okay, sir, do we have enough laws and regulations to help SMEs, or do some regulations, hamper the efforts of small entrepreneurs?
Okay, let's say in the start, the startups are the micro level of SMEs. That in the future, if a startup has succeeded, they go to enterprise level to be SMEs or even large enterprises in the future. So as a startup, it is a very young market. As a startup, it's very young in Egypt, very young. That means that the rules are being formatted. Support from the government is being done. Central bank is supporting the startups with loans and with support. Other non-governmental organization or non-profit organization are supporting them. If they are green or eco-friendly, so they get support. Other VCs are interested in startups with tech base. So this supports again the entrepreneurs who have a validated model and is succeeding in a part in the early growth. So there are lots of new support to startups, which wasn't here a decade before. 10 years before now, there were no kind of what is an incubator. And you notice now the government is giving direction to the Division of IT and to other ministries to create an incubation centers everywhere. So you can find this by your own eyes. You can pass by every city in Egypt, you find an incubator center. It's written in Arabic everywhere. So this means that they give you support, a place to working, sometimes some money, sometimes idea, mentoring, to know the ecosystem all in all. So the government is supporting a lot the startups. And rules are being formatted and being adjusted accordingly. And this we're going through fast enough.
Great to know.
Yes, that's true. And there is a kind of an initiative the government is putting in Egypt that they want in 2030 1 million entrepreneur. So this is a kind of a very, 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 very aggressive plan. It is not measured this way. It's not about 1% of the population, but I'm sure that the back office of this aggressive plan is that from the 1 million, at least we will find 10 to 15% from them are successful. So why are we doing this? Okay, we're doing this because small businesses, okay, we said startups, small businesses, and bigger enterprises. Once a startup gains business, gains speed, and gets the growth and income, especially if the idea is unique or a kind of a disruptive idea. So this means that if we get from the 1 million, 100,000 successful entrepreneurs and 100,000 successful businesses, in addition to what we have already, this is great for the economy. Economy businesses, doing great businesses, growing, this will have a very positive impact on the economy of Egypt in the coming decade.
Sure.
Okay, sir, based on your, of course, experience and for those who want to start a small business and, of course, based on your experience from studying the Egyptian market, for the startups, some say that opening a small restaurant is a booming idea to start business in Egypt. Which is the better business for young businessmen to start business in Egypt?
Also, I want to ask about the online business.
Sure,
does
this
it
is a
fit
part of this too.
Into Dina's question.
Yes, this is a part of it because this is the future, the online.
Yeah.
Okay, if the question is, what is the best type of business can we do as entrepreneurs in a startup phase in Egypt? What I'm going to tell you is that any kind of business would be great if we did our due diligence properly. Okay? This we do not do all the time. If we are students in a college or university and we want to do our project, our graduation project or whatever, we do a better job than we do when we want to open a business in a startup phase. What happens in the project that your instructor tells you, go to this CEO of this company, go to the general manager of this company, go to the whatever, all the stakeholders in relation to this business and take a questionnaire and ask them about every and each element. We do not do this in the business. What we do in the business, okay, we have a kind of someone doing a handmade project. He's doing a great job. Okay, let's invest. Okay, where is the plan? Where is the due diligence? Where are we going to promote this product? To whom? Do they have a need or just we're going to be crowded as products with the same need? So what I'm trying to say here that we need to do our due diligence properly. There is no problem if I go to a kind of an owner of a factory or a GM of a factory. I'm a young person, I just got graduated and I want to open a project and I want to ask you some questions. We do this as students. We do not seldom we do this as entrepreneurs. We need to do this. We need to do some research. Not our friends and families. No, we need to research in our targeted audience and even bigger research to identify our target audience. So every business is booming once you do your due diligence. This is, okay, as an example, shawarma shops. Everywhere we have shawarma shops. But there is one shawarma shop open 2 months ago, doing great in a specific region, in a specific area. Doing great. What is extra is he offering? He's doing the back to basics shawarma that we got used to as Egyptians 30 years ago. So is he doing something extraordinary? No, but he did the due diligence. What kind of shawarma, what kind of bread, what kind of, and very simple. We're talking about shawarma beef, chicken, and hawashi. He's not doing a kind of a menu of 20 or 30 items. No, he's doing it very simple, but he's doing it consistent and doing it the proper way. The packaging, the pricing, the quality, consistent quality, and the taste itself and the recipe. So it's not that we're going to reinvent the wheel, but we need to do it properly. Saying this, having said this, online is getting very, very wide to be used in the coming period or in the past period too. Okay, we haven't heard a decade ago about cloud kitchens. Have you heard about cloud kitchens? Okay. Cloud kitchens is kitchens, only kitchens. No signage, no walking area, not a street location. It's just a kitchen. Okay. So you go and you rent a kitchen from Cloud Kitchen Hypes. And this is now available in Dubai, in USA, in Europe, in London, that you will find the Hype having 30 kitchens. Each kitchen separated with the electromechanical, with the structure, with everything. You just come in and you do your recipe and work and deliver. Okay, how can I deliver? It's a digital business. That's why it's called Cloud Kitchen. It's not physical business. You get your orders through aggregators, online ordering. You get your order through your own Facebook or your own platform of social media. So it's built on the cloud. So this is a kind of business which is booming everywhere and it's getting to boom here. Moreover, everything is going this way. However, if you're talking about, I have a kind of a product like scarves and I want to sell it online, we need to think, what is the value? What is your target audience? Again, due diligence. So we need to do it properly and do it right from the start, not spend a lot. Okay? Because if you're doing a similar product to others, if you don't have a definite value or a significant value to customers, who are you targeting from the start? And you know who they are, so you'll be spending a lot on marketing because you don't have a point of differentiation. You don't have a unique selling proposition. You don't have something that they will talk about you more than you can impose them to talk. So if you have a regular product, similar to what is here, without studying the market properly and doing the due diligence, you will need tons of money to advertise and to make a difference in advertising. If you have a great product, a unique product, we did the homework that we should do before introducing it, you don't need marketing that much. Each one who will use the product or service will talk about it.
Well, we really enjoyed listening to you, Mr. Medhat, and at times, allow me to say that I felt it was like a good lecture, really.
Thank you, God bless. God bless.
And it was really academic, really to the point and practical as well. We thank you, Mr. Medhat Nabil Yassin, SME Marketing and Business Development Consultant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we're going to a quick break, so please stay tuned.